Today we're going to be doing some track cleaning. We got a whole bunch of Lionel Super O. It's real rusty down in here, okay? We want to try to clean that up. You could clean the top of the rails and probably use it, but we want to try and clean that up a lot better. And I've got these wash pans that fits right down in here. While we're doing this, I've got a piece of basically what I call throwaway track. It's really rusty, really nasty. I mean, you could clean it up if you had to. And then I've got what we call our B grade track, which is a used track that's nice enough you could just polish the top of the rails. We're going to put these all in the cleaner and see what they do. We're going to put these all in the pans, and in the first pan we're going to use white vinegar. Now I've used white vinegar quite a bit, and we're just going to let these soak, and we're going to let them soak for a day or two. We're going to try pine salt, and I've been told if you use this to actually use pine salt. You don't want to really use anything really harsh on the Super O because it has a plastic track bed. Like I said, we're going to leave these set for a couple days. If you look in here, you can see a film on the vinegar, and we'll take this out and wash it off. Now if we look at the pan with the pine sol has definitely changed color, and we will take these out, scrub them off with soap and water and a toothbrush, and see how they come out. Okay, we're going to start with the Super O piece out of the vinegar. We'll do both Super O pieces, but this is the one from the vinegar. You can still see some rust, but we're going to scrub it with soap and water and see how it turns out. Now you can see the darkness of the soap. It's pulling some of the rust off. It's soaked 2 days in vinegar, so. It took some off. I don't know how much. It actually did quite well. There's still a little bit of rust. It's hard to see, but it cleaned it up quite a bit. We'll take it in the other room and dry it off. But you can compare the difference, and you can see how much brighter the outer rails are. This one was vinegar.
Was vinegar over here on the right.
The right was vinegar. The left was pine sol.
Yeah, there's a
and that was
difference.
left about 2 days. This piece, the pine sol one, came out really nice. There's still some staining, and again, you can see.
Oh, I can see the difference between
the vinegar piece.
Yep.
And the pine sol piece. The pine sol definitely does a better job, and we took basically a piece of trash.
The pine sol took most of that rust.
Took all the rust off the bottom where the vinegar really didn't. But like I said, you could soak longer if you wanted to. Look at the difference in the center rail. This is a piece that was unclean.
Oh,
and you
man.
can see the darkness. This is the pine sol piece. This is the vinegar piece. It really didn't change the color of the copper too much on the vinegar piece. We're going to take, I use the red, you can use green, you can use gray, but it's a Scotch-Brite. This one's been cut down and used quite a bit. We're just going to rub gently over the tops of the rails, scrub. And you can see, well, it's hard to see on a clean piece, but it actually shines it up. This will remove any contaminants, and it's real quick and easy. Be careful on the ends so you don't skin your fingers. Paper towel, dry it off. Now, to get rid of the rest of the water, we're going to use WD-40. We're going to cover the rails, then we're going to dry this all back off.
So I know some of the pieces of track have that little piece of paper in there.
Yes, you have to be careful with on the tubular track. These have plastic ties that hold everything together. The tubular track, the center rail has a little cardboard piece to insulate the center rail from the outer rails and the ties. But we're going to dry this off.
It's not just like rust track that you can't find.
Yes, Super O track. Tubular track's pretty easy to buy. Super O track is it's not hard to buy, but it's a little more expensive. Okay.
And you can save rust stuff on it.
So we took a piece of track. We started with a piece that looked like this.
You guys can see this one. You can see the rust along the edges. You can see how it looked. The rust right across the top. A lot of rust you can see down in here. And now
To
it
a
looks
piece that looks like that.
like that. Wow. can really see the difference between those two. Oh yeah. The one in the back is the unclean piece, the one in the front is the cleaned piece. There you go. Now you can see it. It's been treated and it's ready to put away for storage now.